Oh. Ah. Well, I said, welcome back to another amazing adventure in game development. This is Building Shit with me, Mabus Games. Quaz, what's going on? How are you, buddy? And then I said, we got it to sent out last night to the Unreal Marketplace, and here's what they sent back to me. Fortunately, it only took them like 16 hours. So this one is... all asset types are inside their respective folders. So I said, fine. Fine. Please add the overview level into a map folder. There we go. Overview map. Map folder. Check. Let me just go ahead and make sure that didn't fuck anything up. I've recapped real quick, was. Alright, just checking. There we go. Okay, next. Please improve light map resolution. Coffee time, Shadow. Coffee time. And they provided a picture. I don't know which one is good, if it's green or if it's blue. But I know red is bad. So let's figure that one out. What's the difference between Blade 3 and Blade 2? One, two, three. Okay, so this one, what are you going to tell me? Can we see light map density? No. Go to lit. Mixing with coffee with whiskey? Nope. Okay, so minimum light map resolution 64. Two. Destination light map index 2. Destination light map index 1. 2. Save. How did they get to that view mode? One hand, still unsatisfied another. Thanks for asking. Always a mess around me. Hope you're doing well. I still have no will to do anything. I hear you. Well, I'm glad you're feeling better at least. Okay. Da, 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 da. Light map. Instancing. Influences. Huh. How the fuck did they get to that? Why is theirs all red? I'm getting the blue. What are they running on this? Well, it started here, and we fixed all this, sent it back, and now we're here. We've only got 3 issues. But just fixed this one. That one's easy. This one... and this one... What are you? Okay. There's procedural grid. Material. Open world template landscape material import grid. Anyway. Let me download this. I'm gonna place this in here. Map PNG, okay. And I want to see show in folder what this is. See if I'm just not seeing the full screenshot. Alright, no, that's all they got. Okay. Pressure is below average. Heartbeat fast. Okay. Most of the time you're dizzy and sleepy. That sounds like a coffee situation to me. I am officially on high cholesterol medicine, Guaz. I'm on old man medicine now. Only a full list. That's the next asset. This is less hard restricted, but then again, you have a list of things to fix instead of simply a no. It's true. It's true. I'm glad they gave me a list this time. Okay, well, let's see what the fuck this is.
Some tools that you have at your disposal inside Unreal Engine to be able to control your light maps on a global scale. The principles you need to understand going into this are your light maps specifically relate to bake lighting, not necessarily dynamic real-time lighting. So the principles being that when you bake your lighting, you want to optimize your scene to be able to support that. So let's go ahead and dive in. The scene that I have here, I've actually got it in unlit mode because I've actually completely destroyed all the lighting in it, so you can see here. Reason why this is important is, again, going back to kind of the intro of this video, when you're, the process that can be shown here specifically relates to baking your lighting. So with that, we've got a bunch of just various different lights in the scene. In fact, I go here. Let's see, lights and sky fog. You can see that we have some of these set to this one's movable, but this one's static, this one's static, this one's static. So all of that is going to be processed in our baked lighting. So if I go ahead and jump over, so if I click lit and actually select optimization view modes, light map density, this actually is going to this is fundamentally what we're trying to adjust. All right, so what do these colors mean? So if you're familiar with light mass and the way things process. In fact, let me go ahead and just open up this chair. We've got here, we'll close these guys. So I've got this particular chair here, and if I go up to my UVs, which I think is kind of hidden here, let me expand this out. So right here, if I go to UVs, UV channel 1. So when I authored this asset, I didn't author this asset, but whenever the author did author it, this first UV set is actually what the engine looks at to apply the texture. So if we look at the wood grain, it's going to be applied here. When you're importing assets, now you can override this, but by default, Unreal has a little flag that says create light map UVs, which goes into channel 1. So similar but different. And essentially what this is this channel here specifically relates to when Unreal Engine builds lighting, it applies and it uses these the secondary UV set specifically for lighting. So in the actual asset, we can override this. So if I go to the details panel, you can see here light map resolution of 64. That's 64 pixels by 64. Now, a misconception here is a lot of people think that you have to have this in a power of 2. That is not true. It helps a little bit with packing, but the thing to note is that in your project world settings, you can specify to the engine, hey, I want you to pack light maps in sizes of whatever. So 1024s, 2048, 4096s. So what the engine is going to do is when it processes all your lighting, it's going to build all these little light maps and it will atlas them. It will put them together. So that's why I say the light map resolution isn't necessarily important that it has to be in a power of 2, because the engine will take all these pieces and put them together. Okay, enough about that. So again, taking into consideration that we have this secondary UV channel for a big lighting, which is set to 64. If I go back to the editor, again, with the chair still selected, in fact, I'll go up to search details. I can just type in light to do our lighting. I can see here that I can actually override the default. So if I check this, uncheck it, you can see, go ahead and zoom in here, that we're overriding the light map resolution. So again, default in the actual asset is 64, checking override to 128. Okay, awesome. All right, so how does it...
Okay. So let's go with, I want to look at this. I want to look at mine. Light. Oh. Does not look as though we have that option in UE4. Huh. Okay. Well, then what if... Alright, that one's 2. This one is now 2. That one was 1. I think this is 3. Light. Resolution, generating UVs. Destination, 1. What happens if I just increase this? I have absolutely no idea how he got to the red. Where are we now? Not you. You. Where'd you go? There you are. Get back to here. Let me pull this fucker off of there. How did he get this to look like this? I am definitely not getting there. I got it looking like this. Light map density. But I guess I can't really see the light map resolution, can I? Probes, samples. Where are you, mon frere? All I'm seeing is light mappers like this. That's the only thing I'm seeing. Unlit? Wireframe? Detail lighting? Lighting only? Reflections? There, collision. Quaz, get that sleep, dude. Thanks for dropping in, man. Glad you're alive and kicking. like complexity? Ah, okay. Their complexity. Let's see, quads. Overview. Oh, sorry, quad overdraw. Primitive distance. V density. Extra scales. Solution. Virtual pending. Complexity. Well, green is getting into bad, whereas black is good. I have absolutely no fucking clue where that is. Let's go back to this guy.
Does this actually play into us using the light map tools? Well, the scene that we have in front of us, you can see that a lot of this stuff is in the red. Not necessarily bad, it just means that it has a very high resolution light map set to it. So again, all of these, if I go into our override light map, you can see that it has the different settings overwritten, so it could be quite large. But this may be exactly what I want to get the bake lighting that's perfect. Okay, cool. So the full circle, and I'll show you the tools here, and really why we're going through this tools process is understanding that you may bake your lighting and realize, oh wow, I've made, I spent like 2 hours going through individually selecting all these different assets, changing their light map resolutions, and I realize I've blown through my texture budget and this scene just won't run on my machine. Okay, how do I go in and change all of these without having to go through the whole process manually again, because that was a pain? That's exactly what this video is all about. So, okay, so to be able to access these tools, we're actually going to go up to build, not clicking the build button, but actually the little drop down beside it. And in here, you can see this is where build lighting and lighting quality. We're actually going to go to lighting info. So a little weird where this is positioned, but it's underneath build. Again, this little drop down, lighting info. All right, so the first thing I'm going to do is actually this light map density rendering options. So in here, this actually allows us to preview. So exactly what we see, this color gradation scale, which I believe goes from blue to green to yellow to red. I believe like pure red is the worst. Blue is super low resolution. So with this, you can actually kind of override this. So if I set my ideal density to say, for example, 1, you'll see that my whole scene changes. If I go, density of 2, essentially it's just saying that scale factor. So leaving this at 0.2 and 0.8 is fine. Again, it's just pure preview. Color scale, I believe this is a, if I'm not mistaken, it's kind of like more of a saturation of sorts. Will helps you to just kind of visualize and preview if you're having trouble. Grayscale, if you click render in grayscale, simply just another way of visualizing what's happening here. So you can do that. It doesn't really change any of the UVs. This is just simply previewing what's happening in your scene. Okay. Light map resolution adjustment. This is actually what we're going to get to. So this is like the meat and potatoes of this video and what we're going to change, but I want to show you something else first, which is this lighting static mesh info. So you can click it, access from there. I do believe it's also under develop tools. It might have moved, but anyways, under build, lighting info, lighting static mesh info. So this is actually super handy. I'm going to move this out of the way.
Okay, let's go back to build, lighting info, resolution adjustment, lighting static mesh info. Ouch. Well, that didn't do the job, did it? Send and close. Fuck. Let's try that again, shall we? Let's see if it crashes it again. Cancel. Build. Lighting info. Lighting static mesh info. Crash. Send and restart. That might have a bug. Damn it. Okay, well, I'm not really that concerned about that. Build. Lighting info. One. Light map density. Complexity. Two. Don't click that button. Error coloring. Lighting stats. We can build all levels. Real quick. Hopefully. There's like nothing in here, so let's see what happens.
Away a little bit. So essentially, this is just set to our current level. So what we have here, and it's telling me all of the assets that are in my scene, what their resolution. So if I look here, I've got resolution set to 600. So this is this teacher desk. I'll click it, zoom up here, so we can kind of see it. And of course, we see here overridden light map resolution is set to 600. What's really cool about this is the fact if you can click and then hold down shift and click again, you can select multiple assets and in fact go up to here to say set texture resolution. So for example, if I realize, hey, this teacher desk and my other one, they're very similar. I want to change the override. In fact, I could actually just select both of the viewport and change here, or I can actually go to our again under here our static mesh info window. I can just select both of these, set to texture resolution. Why didn't it pop up? I may have to refresh this window. Hold on just a second. Go back here to, we'll exit out of there. Static mesh, select these two, set to texture resolution, and let's say 32. I don't know why. I may have to double check this here real fast. Anyways, trust me, take me at my word. This was working before. I may just have something that kind of glitch. But when you do set texture resolution, you get a little pop-up, and you can actually specify, hey, go ahead and set this particular, these particular things to that. It will change the override light map resolution. So, okay, not sure what's happening on my end, but that is a way that you can set it. Okay, and then the other stuff as well, we won't really worry too much about this. This is bugging me now. I gotta figure out why that's not working.
Well, I gotta figure out what the fucking problem is. Can you get with it? Light map resolution is not optimized for the product's intended use. Well, then how come it passed there? I didn't change anything. feel like they're trolling me. Are they trolling me? So it was fine right here. I didn't change any light map resolutions. Here it says they're bad, but not fucking real bad. Even that one's better than average. Don't know why. Maybe it's because these ones have less reflection on them because of the black. And the reflection is giving me an issue. So none of that has reflection. Well, most of it anyway. These are all shiny as fuck, though. Okay. I have no idea what exactly he's looking at. I need an alley cat. Right here, it's all black, which should be good. So what is he looking at? Or they. I don't know who the fuck looked at this.
Anyway, so that's a way that you can use this. This is also very, very handy because it is specific to the light map resolution. What these tools get specific adjustment. Now, next one.
Yeah, that didn't really tell me what I was fucking looking for. Shit.
Hi everyone, and welcome back to another lighting episode in my UE4 tutorials.
Oh boy.
In this episode we're going to be talking about light maps and explaining what they are and how they work. So a light map, it all comes down to baking. So if you haven't watched my other lighting videos, baking is whenever you place an object, a static object into your scene with a static light, you need to rebuild their lighting. Okay, so when you place this object here, you can see lighting needs to be rebuilt. Okay, that's because the details of the lighting and scene have changed and we need to rebake them into the light maps. Now light maps are what stores that lighting data, and that is then painted back on to the textures at runtime. So what is a light map and how do they work? Well, a light map is generated when you import an object, by default anyway. You can turn it off, but I always find you best leave it on because Unreal 4 does actually quite a good job of generating these light maps. However, we will show you how to make your own. So a light map, if we go and click on this wall here, if you're viewing a static mesh of your object here, you can see the light map by going to the UV, click on here, and you'll see UV channel 0 and UV channel 1. By default, UV channel 1 is your light map. So click on that and you'll see your light map appear. Now, I don't like the light map that comes with this wall piece that comes with the starter content because they're quite close together. Now, the reason why that's an issue is because light maps are typically a lot lower resolution than the actual texture because it's only storing light data. And for optimization sake, you want to make it as small as possible. So if they're close together like this, you get what it can be called bleeding. So basically, imagine like you've got a spray can and you're spraying all the light over this block because this bit is shaded in light. This bit is hidden in darkness, so it's not going to be lit. So I'm spraying, but as you spray these edges here, it's going to basically fall over the line a little bit, and it may bleed into this other shell here. And that's where the bleeding effect's coming from.
Okay.
So it's a good idea to space apart your light maps. So I've got another example of a wall I remade. So if I open this one up and show you how I did light map for this one, you can see the light map here is a lot more spaced out. Therefore, I'm going to get much more accurate results when it comes to the light map. So that is one way of fixing that issue if you do find yourself bleeding light. Another way is to increase the resolution of your light maps so that's not an issue. As I said, they're typically quite low resolution. For example, this wall here by default will come in as a resolution of 4 pixels, so it'd be really crap. Okay, so that's not really good. So what we need to do is increase that size there to improve our light map resolution, and that may get rid of the bleed. Okay, again, you want to, for optimization sakes, keep it quite low. Okay, so I would say maximum you want to go to is 512. Like, I wouldn't. If you're going above that, then you need to readjust your light map. Okay, so how do we actually make a light map? Well, in Maya, because I've got Maya loaded up, all you do is make another UV map and just spread it out. Okay, so there's my UV map. Just spread it out.
There ain't no spreading that out.
In Maya, you can create a new UV set, and in Blender you can do the same. You make another UV set and export that all out with the actual model. And when you import it in, so this is the one I imported in, you can change which UV map it uses. So UV0 is the one I made, and UV1 is the one UE4 made. So there's their light map version. As you can see, quite compact, waste of space over here, may as well use it. So I want to use UV0 instead. So to change that, to use that one instead, go to the details panel, scroll down until you find light map, and you will see in the advanced section, which will probably be hidden by this little arrow here. Click on that,
well then let's
and
try.
you can change the light map coordinate index.
This then. Back to this. Where were you? Where's he at on that? General settings? Coordinate. Let's look at the wall. Solution. Material slots. Advanced. 0. Build settings. These. Two. What did he do? $64. Coordinate index 1. Huh. Primitives, settings. Detail. Okay, so it's something inside of here. So what do we say? We take this to 128? does that do for me here? Of course, red is not great. I am stumped, bro. This looks like one of those things I'm gonna have to dig the fuck into for hours before I find the right goddamn answer. God, I hate that. Okay, so this one's gonna take me a little while. Quality. Zero, and that's the reference by particle systems. Light map coordinate index of 0. Okay. Next is 1. Fuck it, let's set this to fucking... General settings. Light map resolution 128. Same thing here. 128. Here. $128. $128. What's going on, Rainbow? I'm losing my mind. Well, what's left of it anyways. 28. 28. I'm modding my PSP and home brewing it. 128. Save. 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 Alright, let me go back to this. All red. God damn, man. Okay, so is blue good or is blue bad? Blue must be good. Red is bad, but I don't know how the fuck he got to this. Dude, Shadow, hell yes. Okay. Oh, okay. Adjustments, anything outside of it will not be touched when adjusting. For static mesh adjustments, anything outside of min-max range will not be touched when adjusting. What the fuck? Close this. The fuck? So I'm not getting anything that bad. Is it the reflections? What in the hell? And that's fine. X, Y is everything. What is this? Is there anybody in the chat that can explain to me where the fuck he's looking to get this? I'm not getting what he's getting. Not getting any of that. Getting light map complexity. Shadow, I'm smoking one more for you. Get that sleep, bro. Very much pro sleep. That's what I'd like to be doing right now. Why am I not getting what they're getting? I don't even know what the fuck he's looking at. What view? Lit? Show... Copy coloration. Huh. Fixing the last items on the list. Yeah, right? Well, I fixed the last items on the list yesterday, sent it back to them. They sent me fucking 3 more. These bastards. Not only that, it was fucking 3 that passed previously. Look at this. I mean, I changed nothing here. Like, right, light map resolution failed. Please improve light map resolution. But on the previous one, it passed. And I didn't change anything. I fixed this. Which one was that? Static meshes, number 64. Pass. Okay. A. Included they were suspected. NA. I don't have any overlapping light map issues. Or light map UV issues. Let's improve light map resolution. Does that mean make it bigger or make it smaller? I don't know. I tried making it bigger for all the blades. It was at 64. And then we got this one. When loading the overview map, there's a warning that says mproc is missing the usage flag. Be used. If the material asset is not resaved, it may not render correctly when run outside the editor. I don't know what the fuck he's talking about with this one. I didn't get that error. Like, at all. I've opened it twice. It's just default material. That's it. I have no idea what he's talking about. I think I'm gonna have to do a video of this one because I don't know what the hell he's talking about. Okay, 541. I'm not going to make any progress on this today. God damn it. Now I'm annoyed. I'm going to have to go through this. Like, I'm not getting this error at all. I'm getting this, but I'm not getting that. Let's see what this tells us. Let's Google this shit. Material, engine, open world, template, landscape, material, M underscore, proc, grid. Wait a second, didn't he? Let's see what this tells us. Loomy shorts. Yes. You are late to the party. Static. Dirty song it is. Let's see here. Take all your clothes off, get down on your knees. You ho, blow the men down. Don't share her too much, she'll get a disease. Give her some time to blow the men now. Now stand in a circle, we'll all watch her pee. Yo ho, blow the men now. We don't even pay her, she does it for free. Give her some time to blow the men now. Huh. Okay, let me see if I change something to static somehow. Lighting. Movable. 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 Shit. I'm not sure if you saw it in Worm Juice's Discord, but here's what they sent me today. So I already fixed this. That was an easy one. I'm having trouble with this. Screenshot references this. I don't even know how the fuck to get to this view mode. I've already, like, skittered my way through the entire view option list. And this, I'm not getting at all. You know what? Let's close this. close that, open it back up, and see if that changes anything. I'm getting no error. It's not popping an error for me. No fucking idea. And then they send me this wonky ass picture right here. And the best I can get to is light complexity, but he doesn't have light complexity on there. He just has a little screenshot. It doesn't have a crosshair in the middle. And then if I go to light map density, it's just all black. And I've gone through all of these except for this. Huh. Rear collision. Reflections. Lighting only. Detail lighting. Lit. Lit. Show. Shit's on. Tones, disable proxies, log visualizer, refraction, test images, vector fields, visual operation color. Well, let's not do that. Thank you. Can't see a damn thing when it's like that, man. And my wife needs to be online for her meeting in 25 minutes. I'm gonna have to raid somebody and give her some time to do what she needs to do. Okay, I don't know what the fucking problem is. So let's find that. Let's see who's on. Tor. No, Worm Juice definitely isn't on. I showed up later today and he was not live. Alright, guess we're going to Twitch. How'd you recognize any of that to me? Alright, let's see who's in the software and development category at the moment. Anybody else? More? Irish John. Well, I don't know what he's building or what he's building in, but we're going to go and visit him. What's he building in? I think he's building in Unity. Yep. He's in the Unity engine right now. And that's okay. Let's give this dude a raid. And away we go, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for joining me today for our short afternoon stream. Tomorrow... What's tomorrow? Tomorrow's Friday. We should be back on at our regularly scheduled time. In the meantime, y'all, much love. I appreciate you hanging out with me. We will talk to you later. Peace. Stay fresh, cheese bags.